changes from their last outing, which was up in Taiwan against Chinese Taipei back in November. Alan Davidson comes in for the injured Gary McDowell in midfield, and Oscar Crino is preferred in the starting lineup to Zarko Oshakov, who today is on the bench. There's the IFK Gothenburg side, named by their coach, Gunther Benson. Team with immense experience. Every one of those players is an international. The player to watch out for, though, is the number 9, Stefan Pedersen, who's just been asked to join Manchester United at a fee of £1.5 million. So as Les says, beautiful conditions here at the Parramatta Stadium tonight. Referee in charge is Mr. Gary Power, school teacher from Sydney. And joining me tonight, former Captain Socceroo, Johnny Warren. Happy 1988, John.
Yes, and the same to you, Mike, and let's hope it's going to be a big year for our World Game here in Australia, and what a fine start for the Code in what is probably its biggest international year ever. Quite a healthy crowd in attendance. Gothenburg, of course, come here as the reigning UEFA European Cup winners and the Swedish champions. I have spent the last couple of days with them, and they are great ambassadors for their country, much in the same mould as their tennis players, and they have taken this match in a very serious manner, and let's hope it's going to be a fitting start to the 1988 season.
Gothenburg get us underway. They're kicking from right to left in the first half. The blue and white striped shirts and the blue shorts. Australia in their familiar green and gold. Okay, Gothenburg, the UEFA Cup holders. They won that trophy against Dundee United last May. And the first touch there for their new signing, playing his first match tonight, in fact, for IFK Gothenburg. Number 4, Ole Stephenson. Mel Nilsson. Ole Chavor there, trying to close him down quickly. Davison losing out there to Nilsson. Swedish international caught from behind there by Oscar Crino. First free kick goes to Gothenburg. So Gothenburg lining up in a 4-4-2 formation tonight. Stefan Pedersen and Leif Forsberg, the number 7, the 2 strikers for them. Both players with so much international experience. The free kick taken. The ball allowed to go out of play. Australia get a goal kick. So Jeff Olver, 27 years old. Subject now to where he'll be moving for the start of the new West End National Soccer League season. Heidelberg, his club of last year, relegated. Now Oller and Shaw, noting that one down, looking for Graham Arnold. This is Nilsson. Came off of Oller and Shaw, so the throw goes to Gothenburg. So Mort, the Norwegian international, with that throw. Now Forsberg. Zetterlund. Slide that one through. Jennings was there first, but quickly closed down. Well done. Good interception there by Robbie Dunn. Now Charlie Yankos under pressure there. Actually getting it clear. There's just Forsberg. Pedersen's made a good run through the middle. Still Forsberg. A good challenge that from Wally Chavor. Crino. Reinforced back. Chavor again. Now Oscar Crino. Davidson. We've done forward, and Crino there finding space. Now Davidson. Arnold letting that one on. Looking for Scott Ollenshaw, who's in an offside position. Scott Ollenshaw there, just fractionally offside. He'll have fond memories of this ground. Scott Ollenshaw having an outstanding match here for his club, St George, in the grand final of 1987. Davidson. Across to Jennings. For Wade. Now Pedersen. This is Forsberg. Forsberg's there trying the shot. Completely astray. And the play there for a goal kick. Certainly, John, with just 3 minutes gone, Gothenburg seems to have settled quickly.
Yes, well, both, including the Socceroos, because it is the first game for them this year, even though they've been training very hard since before Christmas. This is their first official match, and it's not a bad start for them at all.
Forsberg, Shavor in there quickly. Seems that the system will be that Wally Shavor will look after Forsberg, international Swedish striker. Now done. Pushed down there after he cleared that ball by Michael Anderson. So a free kick now to the Winfield Socceroos. So Charlie Yankos. That's number 59 tonight in the green and gold for Australia with that free kick. Simon Davison. His debut for Australia back in 1980 against Czechoslovakia. So operating in midfield. Revolver there just plays that one forward to Wally Shavor. Oscar Crino. Oscar Crino tonight preferred to Zarko Ozhakov. Charlie Yankos there losing out that time, recovering quickly but conceding the free kick. And Charlie Yankos there, the skipper for Winfield Socceroos. Just losing control and hooking the legs there of Anderson. And a free kick taken there and safely into the arms of Jeff Olver. So now Robbie Dunn. Yankos. Robbie Dunn. Nice searching ball there, looking for Scott Ollerenshaw. Now coming across is Ingleson. So Ollerenshaw twisting and turning, getting that one across. It's there from Sensen. Now Jennings. Looking for Graham Arnold on that far side. Oscar Crino picking up the loose ball. And Jennings. And Jennings there just overrunning the ball. And Jennings will celebrate his 28th birthday next Monday. Play there. Zetterling there just running it over the touchline. A throw for the Socceroos. Now Paul Wade. Davidson. Also Crino. Jennings has made a run on the far side. Crino chipping that one through. Farina. But the offside flag was up and that was a close decision. Frank Farina there is denied by the linesman's flag on this side. But that really was a close decision. Oscar Crino there hooks the ball forward. And that seemed very touch and go, John.
Yeah, it was difficult to tell from that angle, Mike, but it wasn't much in it at all, and it's bad luck for Australia. Great through ball from Oscar Crino, and Farina doing what he does best, finding the gaps in the middle of that defence. Speaking to Benson, the coach of IFK before the game, he's worried about the two centre-back positions. He lost both of them to European clubs last year, and they're still seeking replacements, but that was an obvious reason why he is concerned. They didn't pick Farina up at all.
Pedersen. Now Mort. Anderson there, the enforce back. Mort again. Now Anderson. Anderson, Swedish international. He played in the last Olympic Games qualifying tournament for Sweden. Clearance there from Charlie Yankos. Now Farina looking for Scott Ollerenshaw. Anderson. And the offside flag up against Pedersen. Stefan Pedersen. Wanted by Manchester United. Swedish international. He's the new captain, in fact, of this IFK side. Stig Fredriksson. First cap player, in fact, retiring at the end of this tour. And tonight he's on the bench. And Charlie Yankos. Wade. Certainly the crowd here at the Parramatta Stadium. Good sprinkling of IFK supporters. Certainly getting behind their side. Corn Sweat there, the current Norwegian international keeper. Signed in the last 6 months. That's the balls forward there. Now Stevenson. Arnold pushing the back, a free kick for the Winfield Socceroos. And Stevenson. First appearance for the club, and he'll be keen tonight to make a good impression. That time conceding the free kick for the charge in on Graham Arnold. So Alan Davison with the free kick. He Dunn's move forward. Davison floating that one towards Dunn, who climbs well, gets his head to it. Now Oscar Crino trying to turn it back. There was nobody following in fact, for the Socceroos. Came off the Gothenburg's player. And a throw for the Winfield Socceroos. Remember tonight, these two teams playing for the SKF Trophy. And should the scoreline be tied after 90 minutes, the trophy will be decided by a penalty shootout. So Davison with the throw. Now Jennings. A lot of space on that far side. Graham Jennings. Trying to throw that one through for Graham Arnold. The player back is Roland Nilsson. So 10 minutes gone in this first half. Australia 0, Gothenburg 0. Who's been closely marked tonight. Certainly, John, it seems that Gothenburg have done their homework on some of the Winfield Socceroos.
Yes, so we got very tight control on players like Arnold, you just mentioned, but really, so far, it's been a very good start from Australia. They're very tight at the back. A big job for Robbie Dunn this evening. He's marking Pedersen, the captain of IFK, and Wally Savoy picking up the other striker, Forsberg.
And here's Pedersen now. Releasing that time Nilsson, who had just run into an offside position. Gothenburg there, so quick on the break. Lennart Nilsson. It's the player who's caught offside.
But back on the homework angle, Mike, they really have, speaking to their coach, Gunter Benson, he really has a very high opinion of the Australian team. He had a good knowledge of them, particularly the players that played in the last World Cup campaign up to 1986. And he expected the toughest game of their Asianic tour here this evening.
Charlie Yankos, Maurice Chavot. Always just nodding that one on. Keeper Graham Arnold. Wade there picks up the loose ball. Throws that one through. Ollerenshaw on the chase through. And the keeper there well off his line. Good brave goalkeeping there at the feet of Scott Ollerenshaw. Svensson. So there's a replacement, in fact, for Glenn Hyson, who left after the UEFA Cup success to join Fiorentina. Now Davidson. The Australian skipper. Too many options open for him at the moment. Gothenburg closing down and marking tightly. Now Graham Jennings. And Arnold there coming off his man, making space. Jennings. One back for Scott Ollerenshaw. Ollerenshaw trying to thread that one through. And Graham Arnold was closely marked. Now Oscar Crino. On the chase through. They're closely marked. It falls nicely out for Graham Arnold with the shot. That wasn't too far wide from Graham Arnold. With a good strike rate for it with the Winfield Socceroos. 15 goals in 24 appearances. Lashed onto that well. And just wide. Stefan Pedersen. Word on that far side. Pedersen though being forced wide there by Oscar Crino. Still Pedersen. Twisting and turning, trying the left foot shot, which is charged down there by Charlie Yankos. Now Robbie Dunn in quickly. And this is Oscar Crino releasing Scott Ollerenshaw on that far side. Carlson's the player who's come across, and Shaw's got away from him. Getting all the way, in fact, from Nielsen. So Frank Harrock, I'm sure, would be happy with the first 14 minutes of this match. It's a big year for the Winfield Socceroos, of course, with the Olympic qualifying matches coming up against New Zealand and Israel. The match is coming up in a few weeks' time against the side from Yugoslavia, Zagreb. Also in mid-year, the Big Gold Cup tournament featuring Argentina, Brazil and Saudi Arabia. The Socceroos now have conceded a free kick. Forsberg there moving forward and being shadowed by Wally Chavot. So Jeff over there organising his defenders. Okay, there with a reverse free kick. Australians, though, had everybody back. And this is now Graham Arnold. Going to hold on to the ball, in fact, and then dispossessed. Davison, the player, coming across. Tidying up and all the way back to Jeff Olver. And Davidson. And Robbie Dunn. Scott Ollerenshaw, that was easily cut out. Anderson. Out there to Scott Ollerenshaw, then bungling right into the St George youngster. And they're not agreeing with that decision. The free kick's given. The opportunity now for Robbie Dunn to go forward as Oscar prepares to take this free kick. Loading this one in. Safely taken there by the keeper. A little pushing going on Robbie Dunn. Detected there by the referee, but no problems at all for the keeper. Pedersen, Forsberg. Forsberg there going behind the Winfield Socceroo defence. Good challenge that from Charlie Yankos. Firm stop there from the Australian skipper. Davidson. Wade. Farina. Something that is impressive tonight, John, is that the Socceroos keeping possession well. They're not giving it away at all.
Yes, well, it's a game that both sides really have to pace themselves a lot with, particularly for the Swedes. They were very concerned about the weather. They're obviously got in their mind in pacing themselves, and also for Australia in the fact that it is their first outing. But it is a game where possession is even more at a premium than it is under normal circumstances. You just can't give that ball away and then fight and use up all that energy to get it back.
Well, Darren Jennings there had a good run forward, but now he's caught out of position as Gothenburg switched defence into attack. Wilson there was the player slipping over the ball. He wins the free kick, in fact, from the challenge from Alan Davidson. Nielsen there, slipping over the ball, and then the handball's taken from him by Alan Davidson, which can seize this free kick.
Well, it's something we've seen a lot here at Parramatta Stadium. It's a great stadium, great surface, but players do slip over the ball a lot. If we cast our mind back to the grand final and previous internationals we had here, that's something that happens quite often where players just stumble over the ball like Nielsen did.
Mort with the header down, and the offside flag stayed down, and Gothenburg have taken the lead. Gothenburg take the lead through Michael Anderson. The goal coming after 17 minutes. The free kick taken. The ball headed down. And there was Michael Anderson. The Winfield Socceroos stopped there and appealed for a man for the offside flag, which stayed down. So 17 minutes gone. Australia 0, Gothenburg 1. And Michael Anderson, the goal scorer. Well, John, although that replay wasn't too convincing, it really did seem a good case there for offside.
Well, it did look it, but what a great backhand header. We'll see it here from Peterson.
You can look at it from a different angle.
Out jumps two players there. Great back header. And just shows the reason why he's so highly valued in Europe and why Manchester United are looking at forking out $1.5 million for him. £1.5 million, I should say.
It's a lot of money, John.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Now Oscar Crino trying to slide that one through. Farina. Scott Ollerenshaw on that far side. Ollerenshaw trying to get that one across. It came off of the Norwegian international Mort. And away for a corner. Certainly, John, I think when you see that replay, Anderson there made his run from deep. I think this time perhaps the officials were right. So Eric Thornsbeck there. The Norwegian international keeper organises defenders as he waits this corner to come across from Oscar Crino. Farina with a header. A bit too high there from Frank Farina. Frank Farina, the top goal scorer last season in the West End National Soccer League. Still his future, in fact, is in doubt. He's been to Holland during the off-season. Rumors are that he could be off there this week as he makes that diving header at the near post. The header there going over the top. Carlson forward. Oscar Crino. Done. Paul Wade. Graham Arnold. One through to Scott Ollerenshaw. Ollerenshaw does well, and now Arnold. Still Graham Arnold. Surrounded there by two defenders. Forward by Jennings. Ollerenshaw trying to play that one inside. So 20 minutes gone in the first half. Australia 0, Gothenburg 1. Now Charlie Yankos. Graham Arnold screaming for it ahead. Wade had made a run through into an offside position. He had to check, and also Crino saw that. Held up play. Yankos. Paul Wade. Looking there for Graham Arnold. Beaten in there, that time by Svensson. Ollerenshaw. He stopped in turn by Ingelsson. Now the goal scorer. This is Michael Anderson. Anderson's made a run forward. So's Forsberg. Forsberg there, policed again by Wally Chabot. Forward. Danger man as Graham Arnold there is judged to have been offside. Graham Arnold there not agreeing with that decision. So a free kick for Gothenburg. Anderson comes for that, misses. Davidson. Robbie Dunn penalised. Franco up there. Not too happy with that decision. Robbie Dunn penalised there. Slightest of pushes, in fact. Another free kick. Could prove to be a dangerous position. Pedersen's moved forward. You've already seen the danger of Stefan Pedersen in the air. Pedersen. Anderson, the goal scorer, quickly closed down that time by Paul Wade. Now Graham Arnold. Into the ball that time by Ingelsson, who was in there quickly. Well, certainly, John, it's a nice side, a good family atmosphere tonight, everybody in shirt sleeves.
Yeah, nice to see so many youngsters following our game as well. I think it's something that when we look at our National Soccer League competition, we don't have a lot of young players, perhaps because they're committed with playing themselves, but it is great to see so many youngsters here and such a good crowd.
Now Davidson. Davidson there obstructed. Ironic cheers, in fact, around the Parramatta Stadium as the Greenfield Socceroos get a free kick. So Charlie Yankos. Going to run forward. Yankos lifting that one in, a bit too close to the keeper, who takes it safely. It's Thornset there, the Norwegian international keeper. So played for Norway in all 3 Olympic Games matches in Los Angeles in 1984 in the last Olympics. Now Pedersen. Jennings, and Chabot. Have got a good record in recent years over champion sides that have come out from Europe. Last They beat the Juventus back in 1984. Red won the European Cup Winners' Cup. Also beat the Yugoslav champions later that year, Red Star Belgrade, and of course only last year they beat the English champions Everton. So quite a tradition to uphold tonight. At the moment they trail the Swedish champions by a goal to nil. So thrown out of Gothenburg. Greener. During his last appearance for the Winfield Socceroos, that 3-0 win against Chinese Taipei in Taiwan. The 2 goals that day coming from Graham Arnold. And this is Arnold on the ball now. And Arnold again slipping. Now Davidson. Davidson there looking for Scott Ollenshaw. Crino. Able to get that one the way he wanted. Now Anderson. Settler. Henderson. Chavot. Jennings. Now Pedersen. There by Robbie Dunn. The forward there by Socrino. One now for Scott Ollenshaw to chase. Svensson's the player coming across. In fact, it was Carlson who had come back to rescue the situation. Now Anderson. Michael Anderson, who's number 8, is proven to be the midfield general for this Gothenburg side. This is Mort. Intercept there by Paul Wade. Now Ollenshaw. And Davison cool under pressure and playing that one all the way back to Jeff Olver. Jeff Olver tonight making his 25th appearance for the Winfield Socceroos. Now Ollenshaw. Just over his head. There'll be quite some heavy faces there on the Gothenburg bench. And John, the coach, there, still making notes.
Yeah, Gunter Benson there, third from the left. We have the team doctor on the left, the assistant coach, and then Benson, who's a great friend of Alec Ferguson, manager of Manchester United. No doubt, as we've heard just before the game, that offer from Manchester United for Pedersen. They're doing a lot of talking at the moment, with the possibility of the IFK captain going there shortly.
So now Graham Jennings. Trying to release Frank Farina on that far side. Player back is Nielsen. 2 Nielsens, in fact, in this Gothenburg side, but they aren't brothers, the number 11. And there Nielsen, the number 17, Roland Nielsen. So Gothenburg will be quite happy to slow this down. Now the sun has gone in, the temperature's starting to drop here at the Parramatta Stadium. Certainly conditions now ideal for players of both sides. Robbie Dunn with the neat back heel, trying to pick out Paul Wade. Going forward there by Leo Mort. Another opportunity for the Winfield Socceroos to build up from the back. Wally Chavot. Charlie Yankos. Hopeful ball forward there from Charlie Yankos, and that really isn't going to worry the Gothenburg defence. Gothenburg can come forward. Crino there with the intercept. This could be the chance for the Winfield Socceroos. Now Graham Arnold. Still Arnold trying the shot. Goalkeeper down early, got his body behind the ball. We all started there with a good intercept by Oscar Crino. Made that one forward for Graham Arnold. Cut inside, made that yard of space. The goalkeeper down, takes it safely. Certainly, John, Graham Arnold tonight looks quite sharp.
Yes, it was a pity with that shot. It just got a deflection, took a bit of the pace off it. But again, it was Crino initiating the break. Oscar having quite a good first-up game. A lot of the creative work, as you would expect from such a skilled player, is coming from him. But at the moment, Gothenburg appear to be a little bit happy with what they've got. Let's hang on to it. Let's use the ball wisely when we get it. Australia, again, easy to say sitting here, but need to assert a little bit more authority to make things happen for them.
Gothenburg. Anderson seems to find a lot of space in the middle of the field for Gothenburg. Nielsen. Nielsen again. Now Mort. Lifting that one forward. Wade was the player back. Now Oscar Carino running into trouble. Recovers quickly and recovers well. Davidson, way back to goal, he's blocked. And Wally Chavour was the player available, but he's giving it away. Now Nielsen. Anderson. Now Pedersen. Just took his eye off the ball. And the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. Let's cross now to Andy Pascalides on the sideline.
There's no denying the Swedes are a class outfit, and their coach, Gunther Benson, is very pleased with the way the team has been performing. He hasn't been prepared to give us any statements at this stage, but he's got a very serious look about him on the bench down here. In terms of Frank Alec, well, Frank's very disappointed. The long balls are not coming off for his frontman. The back four there for the Swedes are just dynamite at the back, he says, but he's confident the Socceroos will come back and equalise.
Graham Jennings. Wade. Now Jennings. Graham Arnold, who's starting to come deep, looking to get the ball, and that time trying to release Scott Oller short. Stevenson was the player coming across. So now Zetterlund. Forsberg. Forsberg there, caught by Wally Chavour. Free kick to Gothenburg. So Wally Chavour doing the policeman's job there. Time a bit too well. Move forward. Anderson also, the big number 18, is in the box. Free kick is taken. Anderson floating that one in. Engerson there with a header. Pushed around for a corner, was it, by Jeff Olver? In fact, the referee saying that Olver didn't get a touch. But Engerson there, number 18, climbed well, good header down. And Olver there just failed to get a touch. So the goal kick has been taken. So 30 minutes gone now in this first half. Australia 0, Gothenburg 1. The goal coming after 17 minutes from Michael Anderson. Now Jennings. Oller short. Wade's made a good run forward, and this is Farina. Placed there by Svensson. The new defender there did well, and was caught after he played the ball by Frank Farina. Frustrating time for the Australians tonight, with Frank Farina and Graham Arnold both being very closely marked. Certainly a big crowd here at the Parramatta Stadium tonight, enjoying proceedings. Shirt sleeves, in fact, the order of the night. Now Davidson. Bobby Dunn had come forward. There's the chase back. Gothenburg there, break quickly. This is Pedersen. Zetterlund, Pedersen. Good challenge that from Alan Davison, an important challenge from Davison as well. Pedersen there, stopped by that challenge from Alan Davison. Gothenburg, of course, who have won the Swedish Championship. And of course, next year we'll be playing in the European Cup. More champions. They've already been knocked out of the UEFA Cup this season. They'll be able to retain their trophy. Now done. And that one away. Anderson. Now settling. So targeted defensive midfielder and seems to have been pushed more and more forward as this first half has carried on. Well, here's the impression, John, that Gothenburg started off treating the Socceroos with a lot of respect and seem to have grown in confidence.
Well, I think it's a normal thing once you get a goal in front, is you find extra legs, and particularly in conditions like this. And that's simply what's happened with Gothenburg. Australia not spending enough time with the ball, giving it away, as Frank Arok's remonstrating with there, giving the ball away too easily.
Chavor there penalised for a push. So a free kick again to Gothenburg. Free kick quickly taken. Nielsen was the player making the chase through, but the ball beating Nielsen as Davison there just tidies up. So Jennings. Crino. Very finding space, Crino. Does that so well. Davidson. Frank Farina. Chance to run at the defence. Olorenshaw available on the far side. Farina picks him out. Scott Olorenshaw cutting inside. Still Olorenshaw. And tripped just outside the penalty area. So a free kick now for the Winfield Socceroos. Good run this from young Scott Olorenshaw. Only 19 years old. He's caught there by the ankles. So one wonders now what the Socceroos can do with this free kick. So the watch there by Frank Arok. We can tell him on our watch there's about 10 minutes to go to half-time. So Charlie Yankos comes forward. Robbie Dunn is moved to the far post. So Crino curling that one in and just wide. Charlie Yankos there trots back as it was Crino with the free kick, trying to beat the goalkeeper at the near post, and the ball goes wide. Let's cross now to Andy Pascalidis.
One of the most noticeable aspects of the Swedes' play at the moment is that 6 of their players in the last 10 minutes have come off the pitch there for some fluids. So the coach, Gunther Benson, is very concerned about dehydration. So in the second half, it could be a survival of the fittest, I think.
Scott Olorenshaw. Wade. Arnold. Now Wade slipping as he tried to collect that ball on the run. Certainly, John, interesting comments there from Andy on the sideline. It must be a concern for the Swedish team.
Well, they were very concerned, as we mentioned earlier, that they were concerned about the heat. They don't see so much sunshine in a year almost as they've seen during their visit here to Sydney, and they are concerned about it. And it's obvious that fitness is going to play a very important role in the outcome of this game. If the Swedes are worried, I would think the Socceroos have had a lot of physical preparation, but they're certainly short of match play. I thought that free kick of Crino's earlier is something he usually does so well.
Now Pedersen getting away from Dunn, still Pedersen cutting that one back, and easily intercepted that time by Graham Jennings.
Because I thought that free kick of Crino's earlier was an indication that the Socceroos are a little bit rusty, and I think that is to be expected in their first outing.
Now Davidson. Jennings. Charlie Yankos. Jackson was the player in there first, getting away from Arnold. Now releasing Anderson. So Michael Anderson. Good switch in play there. Now with plenty of players forward. A flying header from Wally Chavor. Now Svensson. Coming forward for the first time tonight. Pedersen. Stefan Pedersen. Settling there, taking his eye off the ball, but it run through to a teammate. Now he gets it back. Still Zetterlund. Charlie Yankos there just toe poking that one to safety. And Graham Jennings. Scott Olorenshaw. Crino there dispossessed. He challenged that from Charlie Yankos. And now Graham Arnold. Shaw. Chance to use his pace. The player back there. It's the Norwegian international Mort. And Scott Shaw. Second appearance in the green and gold at senior level. Made his debut in November in Taiwan. One of the leading goal scorers in the National Soccer League last year. And now Davidson. Graham Arnold. Arnold there. Found all over by Lars Zetterlund. So a free kick now for the Winfield Socceroos. And Zetterlund there, spawning on the top. Graham Arnold. So now done. To Yankos. Chavot. Attempted ball forward there, was blocked. Davis there, pushed back a couple of yards. Paul Wade seemed to be wrestled to the ground. The referee wastes play on, and now Gothenburg can break. This is Nielsen, faced there by Charlie Yankos. Still Nielsen. Still Nielsen against the bar, led off there for the Winfield Socceroos, and perhaps the danger's still not cleared. And good play there by Graham Jennings, as the Socceroos can now turn defence into attack. Graham Jennings is the player leading the charge. Frank Breen is the player forward. Scott Ollerenshaw available on the far side. Now Farina. Frank Breen cutting inside. Wade needs help on this near touchline. Davison's now made the run. Wade goes the other way. Now Osakrino. Followed Alan Davidson. Good ball back from Osakrino. Now Davidson. Hooking that one across. The goalkeeper comes, takes it safely. Good passage of play there. But they let off at the other end initially for the Socceroos. And they've still got some more defending to do. As Chavor's there, beaten by Nielsen. Nielsen, who hit the bar just 30 seconds earlier, cuts this one back. Pedersen there. Getting away from Dunn. Yankos was the player in the way for the Socceroos. Now Anderson. Nielsen. Osakrino there with the intercept. 3.5 minutes to go to half-time. All of a sudden, this game has come alive. This is Graham Arnold. And Arnold there, caught from behind by Ingelsson. A free kick for the Winfield Socceroos. Well, John, all of a sudden, it's all happening.
Well, there's so many gaps appearing because of the tiredness and the understandable tiredness to both sides, and that's enabling a little bit more attacking play to come into it, catching one another on the breaks. But what a great break from Lennart Nielsen here, the number 11, the boy that scored the goal that enabled them to win the UEFA Cup final against Dundee. And Australia lucky to get out of it, but then they replied with probably their best attacking move of the game, and hopefully that's going to be an indication of things to come in this second half.
And Scott Ollerenshaw and Osakrino, the two players caught offside. The free kick's been taken. So now Anderson, the goal scorer, playing this one back to Svensson. Started in quite well at the back tonight for IFK. His first appearance for them since joining them from Hampstead. Now Pedersen, way there by Wally Chavot. Pedersen again. Good run from deep this time by Nilsson. And a corner given. So a corner now for Gothenburg. And I'll watch, there's just 2 minutes to go to half-time. Australia 0, Gothenburg 1. Player going across to take it. It's Forsberg. And Benson there will be happy with his first half display that sees his side leading by a goal to nil. It's Forsberg takes the corner. Now Anderson. Pedersen. Forsberg. And that time by Graham Jennings. Socceroos, they're coming out like the charge of the Light Brigade. Trying to play the offside trap, and it hasn't worked. But Paul Wade there with the intercept. So a throw on the far side to the Swedish champions. Checking the watches there from referee Gary Power into the final 60 seconds. Wilson with a throw. Just trying to steal an extra couple of yards. The throw will be retaken, this time by Zetterlund. Here's the Nest crowd here at the Parramatta Stadium. Certainly being well entertained tonight. As Paul Wade makes the clearance for the Winfield Socceroos. Now Nielsen. Stop that from Charlie Yankos. Now Jennings. The return there from Graham Arnold. Jennings trying to play that one forward for Scott Ollerenshaw. Throw on the far side to the Winfield Socceroos. Ollerenshaw. Now Crino. Crino available on this near touchline. Arnold. Still Graham Arnold. Arnold trying the shot. It's charged down. Gets the rebound. Also Crino there trying to flick that one through. Gothenburg there had plenty of players back. Referee Gary Power checking his watch, and there in fact is the half-time whistle. First half, it really hasn't been too bad a display from the Winfield Socceroos in their first outing for 1988. The goal came after 17 minutes from Michael Anderson. It's the goal that separates the two teams. But John, I think the Socceroos for their first outing has shown a lot of promise. Yes, for Les Murray. Parramatta Stadium as we await the start of the second half of this international fixture between Australia and Gothenburg. Both sides are back out now for the start of the second half, and both sides unchanged. But one does expect that the Winfield Socceroos will make some early substitutions in this second half. In fact, all the players on the bench were warming up during the half-time period, and you wouldn't be surprised if Mike Peterson, who's just returned from Ajax in Holland, and also young Joe Mullen, the striker from Adelaide City, get into the action in the second half. Referee is Gary Power. Makes a quick check of the watches. It'll be the Winfield Socceroos who get the second half underway, trailing by a goal to nil, and now kicking from right to left. So Oscar Crino spreading it wide, immediately looking for Scott Ollerenshaw. And turn back by Nielsen. Well, Johnny, it'll be interesting to see the tactics in this second half, but I would think the Australians will try to beat Gothenburg on the flanks and start using up some of that speed.
Yes, well, they've got to look to particularly Farina on the right side, starting off on the right flank, and Ollerenshaw on the left to open up Gothenburg a little bit. Scotty Ollerenshaw is a very young player, but he's very good at taking players on, as he did once in the first half when he got the free kick just outside the box. It's something he's got to do a lot more of. He has a skill at doing it, and he's got to take them on. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Gothenburg stand up physically. I would expect the Socceroos, certainly in a physical sense, to probably finish a bit stronger than them, but it's also necessary that they use the ball a lot better to complement that physical domination.
So throw on that far side to Gothenburg. Taken there by Mort. Now Wade in there quickly. Carlson spreading that one through, straight in fact to Alan Davidson. And now Arnold. Greener on that far side. Davidson trying to play it forward quickly. It breaks zone for Pedersen. Stefan Pedersen. Lifting that one forward. Jeff comes, takes it safely, runs into the attacker. In fact, he dropped the ball. No free kick given. Jeff Olver can't believe that decision. Certainly there it seemed that Olver had the ball and the attacker was following through. Jeff Olver's got that one safely, and the attacker there running into the keeper, and surely that should have been a free kick. Ends well, that ends well. And now Charlie Yankos. Bobby Dunn. We heard Eddie Thompson say at the half-time break, Australia have got to get control of this midfield, where Michael Anderson has really run proceedings tonight for Gothenburg. free kick, and that's Anderson. Now Carlson. Ingleson. Ingleson again. Caught there by Paul Wade. Paul Wade there, this time in a couple of tackles within the space of 30 seconds. I think, John, you could put that down to lack of match play.
Yes, a very interesting change in the middle of the Australian field to midfield, Mike. Paul Wade now is picking up Anderson, who really was Creano's man in the first half. And as you were saying, Anderson causing a lot of trouble. Wade, who was probably a better marker than Creano, has picked him up, leaving Creano to use his creative play a little bit more than even in the first half.
Mike Peterson and Joe Mullen, the two players starting to warm up for the Winfield Socceroos on the sideline. So now Davison on that far side. Seeming to be pushed, in fact, but no free kick is given. So Joe Mullen and Mike Peterson continue warming up. Mike Peterson, the Brunswick Juventus player who's just returned after a stint with Ajax in Amsterdam. Now Chavor, down to Wade. Farina. Now Davidson. Creano trying to spread it wide for Farina. That one was easily intercepted. Now Gothenburg. Breaking on that far side. Chavor moving in quickly before Pedersen. And Charlie Yankos. Three players now warming up with Alex Tobin, former Australian Youth International. Also warming up on the sideline. Now Yankos. Sniffing that one forward, but giving it away again. No problems at all that time for Mort. Now Pedersen. Good control there. Forsberg. Spreading it wide. Gothenburg with plenty of support and plenty of players forward now. This is Zetterlund. Pedersen. That by Charlie Yankos. Creano. And now Paul Wade. Jennings has made a run forward. Picks out Graham Arnold. Now Jennings. Jennings there playing that one behind Scotty Oller and Shaw. Frustration there on the face of Frank Arott. Frank Arott realises this is the first match in it's going to be a very long season for the Winfield Socceroos, and a very important season with the Olympic Games qualifying matches coming up in March. 3 matches here in Australia and then 3 just a week later in New Zealand. So now Charlie Yankos. Ahead of Mort. So a throw now for the Winfield Socceroos on the far side. Davidson. Now Arnold. Good cushion header there into the path of Paul Wade. And Wade there releasing Graham Jennings. Still Jennings. Player chasing back was Ingleson. He did enough to put Jennings off, and Graham Jennings, usually such a good crosser of the ball, couldn't find that yard of space that he wanted. Graham Jennings there, released by Paul Wade. Ingleson was the player chasing back, and he did enough to put Jennings off. No problems at all there for the Gothenburg defence. So certainly a very pleasant evening here at the Parramatta Stadium in Sydney. The Socceroos searching for the equaliser to the goal scored after 17 minutes of the first half by Michael Anderson. I'm not sure they're trying to play that one a little bit too quickly. Now Anderson, goal scorer. Good play there as he chips that one forward. Chavor. It's a torrid time tonight, trying to look after Stefan Pedersen. And Forsberg. Graham Arnold there is pushing the back. So a free kick now for the Winfield Socceroos. Chance now for Robbie Dunn to go forward. And Jennings there insisting the wall is required 10 paces. Jennings there floating that one in away from the keeper, who comes on and takes it safely. And Arnold and Paul Wade with the two players coming forward. Good safe goalkeeping there from the Norwegian international. Now Jankos. Davidson. Forward by Wade. Now Farina. Graham Arnold. Now Robbie Dunn, who stayed forward. Still Dunn. And stop there by Nilsson, who gets that one forward to Pedersen. Forsberg's made a run forward and takes a couple of defenders with him and leaves space on that far side. And Nilsson couldn't make up the distance as Franco Rock there talks to Alex Tobin. Adelaide City fullback, former Australian youth international. Calling Amber Liquid there for the troops. As Australia is going to make a treble substitution. So Alex Tobin to come on. Also his Adelaide City teammate Joe Mullen will be making his international debut. Although Joe Mullen is also a former youth international, and Mike Peterson gets a recall. He's made 2 appearances for the Socceroos. And the first of those was back in 1985 against Udinese. So Scott Ollerenshaw comes off. And Paul Wade is the player coming off, along with Alan Davidson. So Davidson and Wade and Ollerenshaw go off. Alex Tobin there, the number 13, comes on. Joe Mullen wearing the number 17. And Alan Davidson there, the last of the players off. So 2 players now in this Winfield Socceroos side making their international debut, full international level tonight. Alex Tobin and Joe Mullen. It's good, John, to see Mike Peterson back.
Yes, a few disputes, Mike, with the hierarchy of the Socceroos side, but thankfully all that's been given, and Mike's back. He's had a spell overseas in Holland. Now back, he's obviously a talented young player. And the 3 changes with Tobin coming in, Peterson and Mullen, apart from freshening the side up, really is a test case for them to see if these 3 players who perform so well at club level can do it at international level.
Eric Thornsweat there, the Norwegian international keeper, getting some treatment from... Seems like he got a cut the last time he went up for the ball, which was with Paul Wade and Graham Arnold just 60 seconds ago. He seems to have got quite a bad cut.
And their deputy goalkeeper is Magnus Verdon, who is the Swedish youth goalkeeper. He's only 17 years of age. So should Thorns that come off there, they will have the problem of probably putting their young keeper in at a very crucial time. But he seems to be okay now. Very safe in the air. I don't think he was hit by a missile, as Andy perhaps suggested. I think it was in that clash with that last cross that went very deep, and he came out and took so well.
So replay recommences. Away there by Robbie Dunn. Now Wally Shavor. Farina. Farina there. And held back. So a free kick now for the Winfield Socceroos. So Joe Mullen, who plays as a centre forward, in fact, for Adelaide City, he's come on. He's taken up a position in the left striking role. And now Osakrino. Svensson in there before Farina. Alex Tobin getting his first touch at full international level. Alex Tobin, who played for Australia's youth side in the 1985 World Youth Championship qualifying matches. He was with the team that went to Russia but didn't get a run in the final series. Now this is Ingelsson. Anderson finding space, but stopped there by Joe Mullen. And now Mike Peterson. Peterson there picks up a Van signals there with Charlie Jankos, who had come forward. Now Jankos gets it from Wally Shavor. Shavor's carried on running forward. This is Peterson. Still Mike Peterson. Now Crino. Good cushion header down, but nobody making the run through for the Winfield Socceroos. Now Pedersen. Stefan Pedersen. Caught there by Joe Mullen. So a free kick for Gothenburg. Stephen Pedersen there, just being pulled back by Joe Mullen. So Nielsen with this free kick. Into the far post there, away Alex Tobin. And Nielsen again. And Nielsen would stay forward. Pedersen there just losing control, running into Graham Jennings, but recovered quickly. Anderson takes Graham Jennings. Anderson there. Trying to keep that one in, so a throw now for the Winfield Socceroos. Be done. Of course, John, one thing the Socceroos are up against tonight, Gothenburg, such good teams in Europe. They know how to defend whenever they're away from home and they get a goal lead. They know how to close up shop. I think that's conditioning might tell. Certainly their experience is really going to put them in good stead tonight.
Well, it's a fact of life in world football, particularly in European competition, of which Gothenburg have had so much experience that that's the way you do things.
Gothenburg tonight with so much support here in Sydney. The Swedish supporters really getting behind their side. Now will be done. Joe Mullen. Now done. Arnold. His father is Ingelsson. And they're just trying to keep that one in. So a throw now to the Winfield Socceroos. Smash a series, one of a series of matches for Gothenburg as they start to prepare for the new Swedish season. Tour of New Zealand resulting in a win, a draw and a loss. Lead here by a goal to nil, and here's Forsberg getting behind the Australian defence, and good work there by the Australian skipper Charlie Yankos. Australians there nearly caught out with the long ball forward. As we heard, Frank Harrop wants the defenders to get more and more involved, to get forward. Now they've got some defending to do. Pedersen there with a cushion header. And Mike Peterson trying to turn that one back to Jeff Olver. He sees the corner. So Jeff Olver, the Australians goalkeeper there, ensuring that everybody's marked. As you can see, that 6-yard box, very crowded area at the moment. And there by Alex Tobin. Now Mullen. Good run this from Joe Mullen. Still Mullen. Nielsen was the player who chased back. A good run that from Joe Mullen. Certainly that'll do his confidence good. His debut for Australia tonight at full international level. Of course, he's playing for Australia. Youth international level. He made 3 appearances. A good goal scorer over the years for Adelaide City. 9 goals in the 1987 season. Chabot. Tobin. Mullen touching that one on, looking for Jennings. And Joe Mullen again, playing that one inside. It's got too much weight on that ball, not really giving Osakrino too much chance. And Pedersen there with a lovely layoff to Anderson. Jennings chasing back. Good play there from the Sydney Croatia fullback, who's brought down there by Michael Anderson. Good play by Graham Jennings. He challenged that and just taken out of it by Michael Anderson.
It's probably the first bad foul we've had in the whole match, Mike. It's been played in excellent spirit, even though it was accidental.
Now Wally Chabot, more and more forward in the second half. Wins a throw in on that far side. So Frank Harrop waiting to see if his tactical change, his 3 substitutions, is going to work, as Osakrino's bundled down on that far side. So a free kick for the Winfield Socceroos. Alex Tobin's gone forward, and so's Robbie Dunn. So there's plenty of height there for Mike Peterson to aim at. Hits it hard and low and picks out Graham Arnold. Arnold there trying to turn. Still Arnold. Eventually Joe Mullen there is dispossessed. Now Graham Jennings. Tobin. Now Peterson. Still Mike Peterson. Green on that far side, in some space. Space quickly closed down. Finger there playing Peterson in trouble. Stefan Pedersen. Gothenburg skipper is down after that challenge. Still Gothenburg come forward. Anderson. Which came in from Robbie Dunn. Anderson there penalised. Benson there, the coach of Gothenburg. And a word there with his skipper, Stefan Pedersen, who's come off for treatment. At the moment, Gothenburg down to 10 men. So 20 minutes gone in this second half. Australia 0, Gothenburg 1. Kick. Stefan Pedersen. Manchester United reckon it's worth about £1.5 million. I don't think Alex Ferguson will be very happy with that sight. There was a challenge. He just fell very awkwardly after Graham Jennings. There really was nothing malicious in that from Jennings, just the way he fell. 10,240 is the attendance here at the Parramatta Stadium tonight. That really is a good crowd. And here tonight, enjoying ideal summer conditions here in Sydney. Really now a pleasant, cool evening. At the moment they've been treated to quite an entertaining game. Now Jennings, releasing Joe Mullen. Mullen cutting that one back to Graham Arnold. Needed too much time. The challenge came in there from Zetterlund. Graham Arnold there, just needing too much time. Zetterlund was the player chasing back. Well, certainly, John, a healthy crowd tonight. I think would be quite happy with the performance so far of both of these sides.
Well, I think Gothenburg have been good value. I think it's very understandable that the Socceroos aren't in form like their mid-season form. It's their first game. Again, as they have been training very hard, but they just haven't played any matches. And I think you have to look at this match in the context of what the Socceroos are on about this year, and that is to win a way into the Olympic Games. And they have to do that by winning those games against Israel, New Zealand, and probably Chinese Taipei late February, March. So I think we have to look at it in a preparatory sense, the preparation for them for the Olympic Games matches.
Stephenson there. Pedersen, in fact, Stefan Pedersen coming back on after receiving attention. Although Gothenburg now starting to warm up, a couple of substitutes, so I can expect them to make a couple of changes. This conditioning now starts to tell on them. Now Peterson. Green on that far side. Peterson there trying to thread that one through. Got through. Greener had an open run to goal. Now Tobin. Back to Jeff Olber. So Mike Peterson leaving it now for Osakrino. Osakrino tonight making his 45th appearance for the Winfield Socceroos. He made his debut back in 1980. This is a good run from the elegant midfielder, sliding that one through, and Graham Arnold just can't get on the end of it. Looking there, appealing the referee for an obstruction. A good run that from Osakrino from inside his own half. Releasing the ball there, looking for Graham Arnold. Just can't get past the defender, Svensson.
It's an oversimplification, but really for Australia to get back in the game, it needs Crino to be very active and very creative like he was then. He's been a little bit quiet in the second half, understandable, probably a little bit tired. But for Australia to start firing, Crino has to play a big role in that.
Pedersen. Stephen Pedersen. There, just playing that one down. Henderson there, just pushed off the ball by Graham Jennings. So a free kick now to Gothenburg. Concern there on the face of Frank Arok. Turns to have a quick word there with Eddie Thompson. And Graham Jennings, just a nudge off the ball, but it results in this free kick. Throwing this one away from the goal, away there by Robbie Dunn. Now Mort trying to thread that one through. Socceroos had everybody back there with the exception of Graham Arnold. So free kick again now to Gothenburg on that far side. Taken short. Shot there on target and safely taken there by Jeff Olver. Free kick there taken quickly and taken short. Shot on target and safely taken there by Jeff Olver. So Alex Tobin. Crino. Robbie Dunn starting to push forward. The second half progresses. Farina been unable to really get into this game in the second half. It's been closely marked. Now Oscar Crino. Tobin. Now Mullen. Joe Mullen there, pushed in the back and bundled down. Gothenburg now wanting to make a substitution. And the player coming off. It's Forsberg. And the player coming on, 15, Tommy Holmgren, Swedish international, over 30 appearances for Sweden. 29 years old, he comes on. He's Forsberg is the player that goes off. Tommy Holmgren, the famous names in Swedish soccer, is the player that comes on. So John, an interesting substitution with Tommy Holmgren, very experienced international.
Yes, very experienced, but also a midfield player, which probably gives an indication of how IFK are thinking at the moment. Just hang on to what we've got, strengthen the midfield a little bit, and just rely on Pedersen and perhaps Nielsen in front, and hang on to what they got.
Farina trying to throw that one through to Mike Pedersen. All breaks down. Pedersen now the only player forward. Anderson picks him out. And Pedersen there getting away from the challenge. The trip from Osakrino, then getting past Robbie Dunn, and then gets pulled back for the free kick. Gothenburg will be happy to take this free kick and happy to take their time. Nielsen to take the free kick. Smithing that one forward, overcomes. Takes it safely. Now Joe Mullen. Turn of pace there from Mullen. Ball from behind. Australia wanted to make another substitution. And Wally Shamor is the player to come off. Early Tapai was the player to come on. So Early Tapai, who made his only other appearance for Australia against Guangdong in China in the 1986 tour. It's the player that comes on. And Wally Shavor is the player that comes off. And Australia also making another substitution with Mike Gibson. Comes on in goal, and Jeff Olver gets an early mark. So 5 substitutions now for Australia. So Jeff Olver there smiles as he gets an early shower, and Mike Gibson gets a running goal. But at the moment it's Mike Peterson spreading it wide. Early Tapai on that far side. And Tapai's won a corner. Early Tapai, the 20-year-old who plays for Footscray, comes on for his second appearance. The corner there taken short. Tapai curling that one across, looking there for Robbie Dunn. Now Jennings. Stephen Pedersen there slipping as he tried to make a run through. Charlie Yankos. Sacrino trying to play that one inside. Pedersen. Number 18 here is Ingelsson. That one through. Nielsen. Good challenge that from Alex Tobit. Well done. We come up to the final quarter of an hour, 30 minutes gone in the second half. Australia 0, Gothenburg 1. The only goal coming 17 minutes into the first half. Tapai needed too long. Mike Gibson, this is his first touch of the evening. So Mike Gibson, the goalkeeper with St George here in Sydney. Called into action for the first time. Now Pedersen. Johansson. Anderson. Holmgren. Gothenburg quite content now to hold possession. As Gibson there comes out quickly up to the feet of Nielsen. A good build-up by Gothenburg. Good control play. Just one touch. Mike Gibson there saw the danger and was out quickly. Now Yankos. He's in the path there of Oscar Crino. Caught from behind, so a free kick now for the Winfield Socceroos into the final 3 minutes. Charlie Yankos. Now Graham Arnold. It's come off the defender, so a corner now for the Winfield Socceroos. Nothing now for the Winfield Socceroos as Tapai swings this one in, looking there for Robbie Dunn. The Socceroo defender beaten in the air. Now Yankos. Jennings. Now Peterson. Early Tapai. Good turn there from the youngster. Still Tapai. Looking for Frank Farina. Another corner for the Winfield Socceroos. Good pressure now as the Winfield Socceroos go searching for their equaliser. Equaliser will force this game then to a penalty shootout. So Mike Peterson. Headed down from Oscar Crino and over the bar there from Joe Mullen. A half chance there. Headed down from Crino, and Mullen there trying to turn that one across the face of goal. Turns it over the bar. Gothenburg now wanting to make another substitution. And Dan Forsberg is the player that will come on wearing the number 16 shirt. Tapai. Crino, Peterson, Crino. Socceroos need to get the ball forward. We're into the final 60 seconds. Joe Mullen there, bundled down by Michael Anderson. Nielsen is the player to come off. And then Nielsen. And the player to come on is Dan Forsberg. So Dan Forsberg, the number 16, comes on. So Charlie Yankos. That one in. Robbie Dunn there climbs above the keeper and is penalised. Well, Robbie Dunn there looks in amazement at that decision. I think if we saw a replay, I think we'd agree with him. Charlie Yankos there floats that one in. Good clean jump there by Robbie Dunn. He gets penalised. Robbie Dunn gets the free kick. So our watch now, we're playing stoppage time. There can't be too much of that. Now Oscar Crino. Being forced back.
Forward, Charlie!
Charlie Yankos. Now Dunn. Lifting that one forward, nobody running though for the Winfield Socceroos. It was much too far ahead. Franco Rock there and Eddie Thompson resigning themselves that they're now only seconds away. The defeat here at the Parramatta Stadium against the champions of Sweden, UEFA Cup holders, Gothenburg. This was the venue of the scene of one of Franco Rock's great victories last season. He led his club, St George, to the playoff series win over the league champions Apia. Charlie Yankos there. Pushing that one back to Mike Gibson. So, John, with just a couple of seconds left in this match, one would have to say, that's Joe Mullen. The shot is blocked, and there, Mullen so close to equalising. The shot there was blocked by a defender. Referee Gary Power checks his watch. Franco Rock knows how close this was. The ball there was loose, and Joe Mullen's shot was on target, and it was blocked and cleared. So Franco Rock looks on. Australia have got a corner. Mike Peterson floating this one in. Now Oscar Crino with the shot, high and wide. So Franco Rock there resigns himself now, I'm sure, to a defeat. We've played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time. Look at that corner again from Mike Peterson. Ball were unloose. First time shot there from Oscar Crino. But John, I think if we look at this game in the context that it was played tonight as the first in a series of matches as the Winfield Socceroos build up for their Olympic challenge.
Yes, I think
there's a lot of good points that come out of tonight.
Yeah, well, there were. I think Mullen has been quite impressive in his first debut. So has Tobin at the back. But I think it's fair to say the Socceroos are very rusty this evening. On a positive side, their physical preparation, it was very good. They matched Gothenburg, but in a technical sense they didn't. And I think the best to be said about tonight from the Socceroos side of things is that it was preparation for the more important Olympic Games, qualification games at the end of February and the beginning of March.